Yeah, check, turn me up, check. Yo, I should make this a profession. You niggas never learn the rules of the lesson. Don't question my ethics or morals, applause and
Alright. I should make this a profession. You never learn the rules or the lesson. So, according to chat, he's saying he's good enough to rap professionally. Rules, lesson equals classroom scheme. You didn't learn the rules. Don't question my ethics or morals or plurals integrity. I'm not the one that's on jeopardy. Well, first off, let's start with this. I should make this a profession, right? 3 syllable, profession. You niggas never learn the rules or the lesson, right? Lesson, profession, so he's rhyming right there. Pretty good. Starting off strong. Don't question my ethics or morals or plurals integrity. I'm not the one that's on jeopardy. So he's keeping the 3 syllable rhyme scheme going on, right? Profession, lesson, integrity, jeopardy. It's nice. It's good. People put me ahead of my time. I just sit back and rewind. The moment's chosen. Flaws. They say you gotta own it, but why do that when I remote control it? Okay, so chat seems to think he's advanced, but he stays reflective. Wordplay, own it versus remote control it. He manipulates flaws like a remote. Chat missed me with that one. I don't know what that means. We got it's this technical rapping. I'm more than just snapping, rapping, snapping, right? This technical rapping. I'm more than snapping. I snap like a turtle, could jump like a hurdle. This technical rapping. I'm more than snapping. I snap like a turtle, could jump like a hurdle, right? So these are obviously similes. Snap like a turtle, jump like a hurdle, but they're back to back, which is cool. And he's still rhyming, rapping, snapping, turtle, hurdle, right? 1 syllable rhyme, turtle. Well, no, 2 syllable, turtle, hurdle, 2 syllable. I heard you keep squares in your circle. Guess you friendly with the Urkel. Geometry. So squares in your circle, geometry. Friendly with the Urkel, because Urkel is a square, right? If you ever watched Steve Urkel, he's a square. But actually, no, Urkel get bitches. So nah, you messed up on that one, Dylan. Urkel get bitches. Cool. Geometry. This don't apply to me. I keep the squares in my circle beside of me. So obviously he's saying instead of keeping squares out, he keeps them close, maybe to watch them. I guess chat. I think he was just saying he doesn't keep squares in his circle. Alright. Life is a comedy. Laugh it up while you die. Take a drink while you cry. Just tell me that you... Alright, so we'll play it up until just tell me that you love me, alright? Since we broke down that part.
I should make this a profession. You niggas never learn the rules of the lesson. Don't question my ethics or morals, applause, integrity. I'm not the one that's on jeopardy. Ay, people put me ahead of my time. I just sit back and rewind. The moment's chosen. Flaws that say you gotta own it, but why do that when I remote control it? This technical rapping. I'm more than just snapping. I snap like a turtle, could jump like a hurdle. I heard you keep squares in your circle. Guess you friendly with the Urkel geometry. This don't apply to me. I keep the squares in my circle beside of me. Life is a comedy. Laugh it up while you die. Take a drink while you cry. Just tell me that you love me or hate me as part of the game. I take your opinion and come with the fame. Your girl don't know me, but she know my name. She know my name. She know my name.
Alright, she know my name. She know my name. She know my name. We'll take it from, or we'll go up to that point. So we stopped at geometry. Alright, so I like this part here a lot. He says, life is a comedy. Laugh it up while you die. Take a drink while you cry. Right? Then he goes into just tell me that you love me or hate me. But life is a comedy. Laugh it up while you die. Take a drink while you cry. It's funny because you would usually be laughing while you take a drink and crying while you're dying, but he flips it on its head. Like even chat called it like the dark humor. Life is tragic, but try to enjoy it. But yeah, like that inverse of perspective is really dope. It's probably one of my favorite lines, not because it's like over the head, but it's just very witty in my opinion. So life is a comedy. Laugh it up while you die. Take a drink while you cry. Just tell me that you. Then he goes, love me or hate me is part of the game. I take your opinion and come with the fame. Your girl don't know me, but she Your girl don't know me, but she know my name. She know my name. She know my name. All right, so, and he actually put Shino here. So if you watch Naruto, he's talking about Shino Aburame from the Aburame clan. And he deals with insects and bugs, which goes into the next... well, actually, before we do that, let's start here. Love me or hate me is part of the game. Part of the game. I'll take your opinion and come with the fame, right? So game, fame, one syllable. Still pretty cool. I mean, I like the pace though. Love me or hate me is part of the game. I take your opinion and come with the fame, right? I like the pace, so I don't mind the one syllable. Your girl don't know me, but she know my name. She know my name. So again, I already broke down the Shino thing. He's talking about Shino Aburame. Well, technically it's wordplay because he's saying Shino as in Shino, but then Shino as in the person Shino Aburame. So very good wordplay. Technically a double entendre. She know my name. She know my name. She know my name. Then he goes on to keep up with the scheme. I bug out on the track like running laps with the insect on your back. I spit crack. Then the beat just spit it back. This new attack got you feeling like a pack. I bet it's stack. Alright, so let's go into that. I bug out on the track. So when you look at track, back, crack, right? These are all called perfect rhymes, right? Why are they perfect rhymes? Because if you take out the first letter of each, that ACK still is remaining, right? So that's a perfect line, like bat, hat, cat, track, back, mac, crack. These are perfect rhymes. So he's doing perfect rhymes, which is dope, right? It's always gonna sound good if you're doing a perfect rhyme, but they're one syllables again, so no slight, but yeah, I like it because again, the way it sounds when he says it hits. So let's hear him say it again.
On a remote control, just technical rapping. No more than just snapping. I snap like a turtle, could jump like a hurdle. I heard you keep squares in your circle. Guess you friendly with the Urkel geometry. This don't apply to me. I keep the squares in my circle beside me. Life is a comedy. Laugh it up while you die. Take a drink while you cry. Just tell me that you love me or hate me as part of the game. I take your opinion and come with the fame. Your girl don't know me, but she know my name. She know my name. She know my name. I bug out on the track like running laps. Put an insect on your back. I spit crack in the beat, just spit it back. This new attack, actually feeling like a pack. I better stack. Tell your mans and then I'm petty. I'm sitting Freddy. This is nightmare for you dorks. Editing.
Alright, so we heard all that, right? I bug out on the track like one of the raps and an insect on your back. I spit crack and the beat just spit it back. This new attack gets you feeling like a pack. I better stack. Like, even though it's one syllable, again, his pacing and his cadence and the flow, I like it. It's dope to me. It's fire. It's pretty straightforward, right? There's not really too many overhead lines over here. So we can just keep going. Tell your mans, I'm gonna rap it how he rapped it. Tell your mans and I'm petty, I'm spitting Freddy. This is nightmare for you dogs. Other than Nettie, the machete come in handy like Billy and Mandy. I hate these cowardly dogs. You can't stand me, right? So tell your mans and them I'm petty. I'm spitting Freddy. Petty, Freddy. Petty, Freddy, two syllables. This nightmare for you dorks. Edit and Eddie. Petty, Freddy, Edit, and Eddie. Petty, Freddy, Edit, and Eddie. So I like the chain he just created right there. And then if you look, this is a almost cartoonish type of scheme, right? Because we got Edit and Eddie. Then he goes on the machete. Edit and Eddie. He's still rhyming. Ed and Eddie. Machete. Eddie. Machete. Come in handy. Handy. Two syllable. Machete. Come in handy. Like Billy and Mandy. I hate these cowardly dogs. They can't stand me. So, again, this is all really good work, right? I like the tempo, I like the pace, I like the cadence, I like the tone. His delivery is sharp. The kid's cooking, right? Nothing too crazy in terms of over the headlines, but just really good rapping, really solid performance, just really good delivery. Let's hear it one more time before we go on to his next part. Just one more time.
Up while you die, take a drink while you cry. Just tell me that you love me or hate me as part of the game. I take your opinion and come with the fame. Your girl don't know me, but she know my name. She know my name. She know my name. I bug out on the track like running laps. Put an insect on your back. I spit crack in the beat, just spit it back. This new attack, actually feeling like a pack. I better stack. Tell your mans and then I'm petty. I'm sitting Freddy. This is nightmare for you dorks. Edit and Eddie, the machete come in handy like Billy and Mandy. I hate these cowardly dogs. I can't stand me. Tell me a time you betrayed a moment just that much.
Shout out to Abstract on the hook.
Tell me a time. Tell me a time. Tell me a time you would trade a moment just that much. Tell me a time. Tell me a time that you did some evil. Taste holding a demon, I do not trust people. These people got you on lock. Send a block concrete while you bricking with your shot.
Stop. All right. He says, tell me a time that you did something. Well, let's talk about the hook, right? Hook is very dope. Very short, very, it's in and out, it's fast, it's memorable. I love it because it's very memorable. He did such a great job. This is his first time doing his own hook. And he did really good on that, so shout out to you, Dilla. So, let's get back into the verse. Tell me a time that you did something evil. Tell me a time that you did something evil. Taste holding a demon. I do not trust people. These people got you on lock, cinder block, concrete, while you bricking with your shot. Alright. Tell me a time that you did something evil. Okay? So he's playing off of the chorus. Taste holding a demon. I think he used that because when you compare me and him in terms of like good and bad, light and dark, I'm usually more of the darker twin in terms of like just nature. I don't know why. I smile all the time. It might be just how I respond to people who piss me off, but yeah, no, I'm definitely the darker one. He handles shit a lot better than me. Alright. So taste holding a demon. I do not trust people. These people got you on lock. Cinder block, concrete, why you bricking with your shot? Let's see what chat had to say. Well, I do not trust people, right? These people got you on lock. Cinder block. So lock, block, that's the rhyme. Concrete, why you bricking with your shot? Lock, block, shot. That's a slant rhyme. Block, shot, right? It's not a perfect rhyme, it's a slant rhyme. He goes on to say, I'm backboard, so let's start the building. If I brick a shot, it's going through the ceiling. Now this one is like this bar has always been weird to me because like if you brick a shot, that means you missed. Like when you're playing basketball and you shoot and they say brick, that means you missed. So if he says, if I brick a shot, it's going through the ceiling, and I'm assuming this is like a gun bar to me. It's going through the ceiling, like he's giving someone a headshot. But again, if you brick a shot, that means you missed. So I don't know. That one's a little iffy for me. He says, if I brick a shot, it's going through the ceiling. This is Fortnite. I flip brick again. So in Fortnite, they make towers and all this shit. So we get that. This Fortnite, I flip brick again. You ever met a nigga like the Crimson Chin? So meta. You ever met a and then meta? Crimson Chin is technically in the metaverse because he's comics. So I like the line there. You ever met a nigga like the Crimson Chin? This dope rapping. I got bricks stacking. Little piggy flow. Why you wolves capping? This dope rapping. I got bricks stacking. Little piggy flow. Why you wolves capping? Rapping, capping. So 2 syllable right here. Chop a brick in half. This karate class, and I ain't one for the dumb shit. Talk shit. I'm going back to the function. This junction of people got me on assumption like I will not blow it. Oh boy, you don't know it. Send you to a higher power. You an exponent. Clone it. All right, so let's have him finish out the verse, and we'll break down anything we might have missed. Let's have him finish it out.
Tell me a time that you did some evil. Taste holding a demon, I do not trust people. These people got you on lock. Cinder block, concrete, why you bricking with your shot? I'm backboard, so let's start the building. If I brick a shot, it's going through the ceiling. This is Fortnite, I flip brick again. You ever met a nigga like the Crimson Chain? This is dope rapping. I got brick stacking, little piggy flow. Why you wolves capping? Chop a brick in half. This karate class, and I ain't one for the dumb shit. Talk shit, I'm going back to the function. This junction of people got me on assumption like I will not blow it. Oh boy, you don't know it. Send you to a higher power. You an exponent. Clone it.
Alright, so there's just maybe a couple things people might not get. Let's see. Chop a brick in half, this karate class. Now this could be like a drug line. It could be. He doesn't sell drugs, so it's like I wouldn't expect it to be a drug line, a drug bar, but sometimes we exaggerate, we rap about things we haven't always done. But it could be a drug bar. I don't know. Chop a brick in half, right? Like you break down a brick, sell it, make more money. I don't know. I don't know what else he could be alluding to, honestly. Right? And then he says, chop a brick in half, this karate class. So he's making a comparison. It's not actually karate class. He's saying he breaks down a brick like he's in karate class. So he's not referencing karate. He is, but he's not. But anyway. Talk shit. I'm going back to the function, like his group of people. This junction, right? This junction of people got me on assumption. They're acting like they know something about him. Like, I will not blow it. Oh boy, you don't know it. He will send you to a higher power. Like, he'll send you to whoever you pray to, your God, higher power. Like you an exponent, because you know an exponent in math, they use the term higher power, right? And then he ends his verse with clone it. Now this is interesting because the way he ends his verse, clone it, ties into how I write the second half of my first verse. All right, but that's his verse. So let's listen to it. I want to say all the way again with the bar breakdown, right? With context, or that might be too much. I don't know. Yeah, we'll listen to it all the way again. Once both verses are broken down. So let's do that. So we're now we're getting into my verse. Now we're getting into my verse. All right. Let's talk. All right. This boss talk from a different level, right? No contact, but just one shovel. Leave you in the dirt. Revert back to a pebble. On the track, this is God and the devil. Revel, never lifting heavy metal, but we on a schedule. I'm a man of war with the open door. Watching pigs squeal makes me want to bore. Let's break it down from the top. All right. So there's not much in the very beginning. This is boss talk, right? I'm talking from the perspective of a boss, and you a worker. This boss talk from a different level, right? No contact. I'm saying I don't have any contact with people. Like, don't touch me. You can't get too close to me. No contact, but just one shove, just one shovel. I'm saying one shovel, like as in, you know, a shovel you use to move snow. But I'm saying if you bump into me, just one shovel, that'll leave you in the dirt. You will revert back to a pebble, right? No contact, but just one shovel, leave you in the dirt, revert. So that's an internal rhyme, right? We use dirt. I think this might be the first internal rhyme. I don't know. I'll go back and look to see if Abstract did one, but I'm giving you it with 3 lines. All right, cool. Leave you in the dirt, revert back to a pebble. So that's like just that's like imagery. You know what I mean? It's not really a crazy line, but I like it. It's dope. It flows very well in my opinion. So on the track, this is God and the devil. So I'm playing off of his bar earlier where he says taste holding the demon, right? He already set that narrative. So I'm saying, all right, I'll be the devil, but you'll be God. So, and we're twins. So I don't mind that dichotomy. On the track, this is God and the devil. We got another internal rhyme right here. Devil, revel. You know what it means to revel in something, right? Like you revel in it. You go ahead and look it up if you don't know. On the track, this is God and the devil, revel. Never lifting heavy metal, but we on a schedule. I'm a man of war with the open door, right? So I'm saying we don't lift heavy metal in terms of guns, right? But heavy metal is the rock band too, if you didn't know. Heavy metal. Yes, it does tie into it. Never lifting heavy metal, but we on a schedule. Heavy metal, on a schedule, right? We're rhyming like everything within that line. Heavy metal, on a schedule. Metal schedule. I'm a man of war. Man of war, heavy metal. Man of war, I think, was a rock group. I think that's why I put that in there. It was just association. I was going to continue the scheme, but I didn't really want to go too deep into it, so I stop it here. All right, so we got in my first, what's that, 4 bars? Let's listen to mine.
This boss talk from a different level, no contact, but just one shovel, leave you in the dirt, revert back to a pebble. On the track, this is God and the devil, rebel. Never lifting heavy metal, but we on the schedule. I'm a man of war with the open door. Watching pigs score makes me want to bore. This is animalistic, trying to predict it. My movements, you can't never get with it. Too optimistic, my health is holistic.
All right, man, that shit just sounds. Right? So you can see when you're rhyming off of syllables the type of cadence you create. This boss talk from a different level, no contact, but just one shovel, leave you in the dirt, revert back to a pebble. On the track, this is God and the devil, rebel. Never. All right, let's keep going. So I'm a man of war. I'm a man of war with the open door. So this might just sound like a regular line, but to me this is saying like I welcome all smoke, right? That's what I'm basically telling you. Like, I'm a man of war with an open. You ever heard of the phrase open door policy? You can just walk right in. If you got a problem, just walk right in and we will handle it. That's what I'm saying. I'm a man of war with the open door, like that type of shit. I'm with that type of shit, right? Watching pigs squeal makes me want to bore, right? This is a cute little, not an inversion, but just another reference bar, right? Like association, pigs, bore. Watching pigs squeal makes me want to bore. Open door, want to bore, right? So we're rhyming right there too. Door, bore, one syllable though. This is animalistic, so now we continue it. Watching pigs squeal makes me want to bore. This is animalistic. Trying to predict it. My movements. You can't. Never get with it. Too optimistic. So animalistic, optimistic. My health is holistic. But don't confuse me. I'm sadistic. Now this type of writing that I'm doing is like true to my nature. I'm not saying anything that doesn't coincide with how I feel about myself. Right? Like that's what I feel like. That's how I feel about myself. So this is animalistic. I'm saying you trying to predict it, my movements, you can never get with it. Like you'll never predict me. I'm too optimistic. If you know me, I'm the happiest guy in the world. My health is holistic. This is true. This is extremely true. I'm vegetarian. I drink water. I don't eat soda or drink soda. But don't confuse me. I'm sadistic. This is another like truth line. Like I'm a very fucked up person. Like don't let the smiles and the laughs fool you. I will do you so fucking dirty. It's not even funny. Right? Never not with it. So I'm affirming that open door policy. Never not with it. Always artistic, right? I speak in tongues and study linguistics. I do study linguistics to some capacity. I don't speak in tongues, but this is a exaggeration. This is a quick trip. Always a mystic. They sweat in bullets because I'm ballistic. So again, bullets, ballistics. When you shoot a bullet and they try and find out like the type of bullet and any information they get about that is called ballistic. So that line there is what I'm alluding to. But let's play it so we can get it in its entirety.
From a different level, no contact, but just one shovel leaves you in the dirt, revert back to a pebble on the track. This is God and the devil rebel. Never lifting heavy metal, but we on the schedule. I'm a man of war with the open door. Watching pigs score makes me want to bore. This is animalistic, trying to predict it. My movements, you can't never get with it. Too optimistic, my health is holistic, but don't confuse me. I'm sadistic, never not with it. Always autistic, I speak in tongues and study linguistics. This is a quick trip, always a mystic. They sweat and bullets cause I'm ballistic. Yeah, I should turn this to a session. My flow patterns, they be leaking aggression. Don't reckon you loyal, I follow your pedigree legacy. I'm not the one, they don't step to me.
Does that sound familiar to you guys? That intro, it should sound very familiar. Let's see if we can figure out where that's from.
Was integrity, I'm not the one that's on jeopardy. Check, turn me up. Check. Yo, I should make this a profession. You niggas never learn the rules of the lesson.
Versus, what did I say now? He said, I should make this a profession. You niggas never learn the rules of the lesson. What did I say?
Ballistic. Yeah, I should turn this to a session. My flow patterns, they be leaking aggression.
Yeah, they sound similar. I wonder why that is. Why did Dante copy what Dylan did? Why did he do that? I don't know. Could that have anything to do with this nigga telling me to clone it? Like I'm some weak ass nigga who can't replicate what he did? I don't know. It might be related. I don't know. He did tell me to clone it though, so I did try. I'm not gonna lie, I tried. I think I more than tried actually. I think I succeeded. But let's continue with my verse, all right? So, yes. This all of this part right here up until the next hook, I'm rapping just like abstract. Like anything he did in there, I did it. If he made a simile, I made a simile. If he made a funny line, I made a funny line. His cadence, his flow, his pocket, I'm doing the exact same thing. Maybe not at a 1-to-1 ratio because some parts, I just couldn't help. But it's practically identical. Let's get into it.
Speak in tongues and study linguistics. This is a quick trip, always a mystic. They sweat and bullets cause I'm ballistic. Yeah, I should turn this to a session. My flow patterns, they be leaking aggression. Don't reckon you loyal, I follow your pedigree legacy. I'm not the one, they don't step to me. Ayy, lethal cities be growing in crime. I just sit back and think why components frozen lost portray some type of onus, but why go with it when I don't condone it?
Alright, so I should turn this to a session. My flow patterns, they be leaking aggression. So that's like, when I say they be leaking aggression, I'm basically playing on the fact that I am the quote unquote evil twin. Like, you're gonna hear again, more, I guess, for lack of a better word, negativity from me, right? That's all I'm saying. Don't reckon you loyal, I foil. So loyal, foil, another internal rhyme. Don't reckon you loyal, I foil your pedigree, legacy, pedigree, 3-syllable, legacy. I'm not the one, they don't step to me. So, A, lethal cities be grown in crime. I just sit back and think, why? This is Dylan going, people put me ahead of my time. I just sit back and think, why? I'm saying lethal cities be growing in crime. I just sit back and think, why, right? Components frozen. Laws portray some type of onus, but why go with it when I don't condone it, right? So this line is like a little tricky to understand exactly what my meaning is when I say that. So let's look at it again. Lethal cities. I'm talking about like Chicago, Philadelphia, wherever else it's bad at, Detroit, St. Louis. Lethal cities be growing in crime. I just sit back and I literally think, why? Why do these cities grow in crime? Like, why are gun laws the way they are? Why do governors and commissioners allow things to get to this point? I just sit back and think, why? Well, one of the conclusions I came to was components frozen. I'm talking about components of like societal components. Components are frozen. The laws portray some type of onus, right? Like I'm saying, the law tries to take some type of accountability, but why go with it when I don't condone it, right? So components frozen, laws portray some type of onus, but why go with it when I don't condone it? So I don't condone the bad behavior. I don't condone the laws, the laws' lack of their actions, if that makes sense. So components are frozen. Laws portray some type of onus, right? They're saying they know it's somewhat their fault, but why go with it? Why go with that narrative when I don't condone it? I don't condone them not. How do I want to say? I don't condone them not exercising their power to the fullest extent. I'll say it like that. All right, let's keep going.
A spectacle's happening, lure to the rapping. I rap like a girdle, go wet like a squirtle. The word is a girl's really fertile. I confess, we did it in Myrtle Beach.
A spectacle's happening. It's lure to the rapping, right? This is pretty straightforward. I rap like a girdle, get wet like a squirtle. That's Dylan saying I jump like a hurdle, or slow like a turtle, or whatever he said, right? I'm literally just replicating what he did, right? I'm showing him how simple it is, bro. Like I can do hurdle, girdle, squirtle too. We can all do that, The word is your girl's really fertile. So we got girdle, squirtle, fertile, myrtle, girdle, squirtle, fertile, myrtle. We're keeping this 2-syllable, girdle, squirtle, fertile, myrtle, right? We're even rhyming on the same vowel, right? Ontology. This is where it gets kind of cold at, right? Like the amount of themes that go into this line right here are actually kind of stupid. I'm gonna use chat so you guys can see exactly what is happening here. Matter of fact, let's go back to chat. Let's look at chat. Let's look at chat. So I already broke down most of this beginning part, so we're not going to stay there. We're going to go down to this part. Ontology, study and... So I'm gonna tell you what chat missed, because chat misses some stuff. Ontology, study and fly to me. I reap the circle of life, but it's pi, you see. Ontology equals philosophy, existence, right? Pi, circle of life. Okay, good. Math pun. Yes, okay, good. The world may seem entice. Take a slice. Don't get diced. Cherry pick your own advice, right? So chat missed it, because this is a whole motif, right? And it starts back from when I say ontology it starts back from when I say I reap the circle of life, right? So we know the circle of life has to do with Lion King, and ontology equals philosophy of the existence. So that's kind of like the bridge. I reap the circle of life, but it's pi. Pi is 3.144. Pi is a mathematical equation. But then you have the life of pi, where that boy's on a boat with the animals, right? But this is all the study of existence, right? So ontology, study and fly to me. I reap the circle of life, meaning life and death. I reap the circle of life, but it's pi, you see. I'm saying life is a mathematical equation, right? but it's pie, you see. The world may seem enticed, like the world may seem, it says it right here, temptatious or versus dangerous. The world may seem enticed. Take a slice, meaning don't be afraid to partake in the world. The world may seem enticing. Take a slice, but don't get diced. Sorry, but don't get diced. You have to cherry pick your own advice. So this plays back into the whole pie thing. Like, I reap the circle of life, but it's pie, you see. The world may seem enticed. Take a slice, don't get diced. Cherry pick your own advice, like cherry pie. So like, that's fire to me. That's hard as shit. Like, it's so many entendres and layers to that, like that line right there. I don't know if most people get that. All right, let's hear me rap it out though. Let's hear me rap it.
Those cities be growing in crime. I just sit back and think why components, frozen laws portray some type of onus, but why go with it when I don't condone it? A spectacle's happening, it's lure to the rapping. I rap like a girl to go wet like a squirter. The word is a girl's really fertile. I confess, we did it in Myrtle Beach. Psychology, study and slaughter me. I read the circle of life, but it's pie, you see. The world may seem enticed. Take a slice, don't get diced. Cherry pick your own advice.
Tell me the time you would trade a moment just that much. Tell me the time, tell me the time, tell me the time you would trade a moment just that much. Tell me the time, tell me the time.
Frightening, they shook. Nightmares form I took. The recipe in their pants, like when the chef don't know how to cook. You going out cold in your last days, but this man myth been outplayed since the Ice Age. No vice gave, but it's Tony Stark if I might kid.
Alright, so we continue on my verse, because my verse is actually a lot shorter than Dylan's or Abstract's verse. It's a lot shorter. So I just continue off the hook. So I say, frightening, they shook. Nightmares, the form I took. One syllable, cool. But we're setting up for something, so I don't mind right here. Frightening, and we got the little the whisper rap voice. Frightening, they shook. Nightmares, the form I took. Right. Then we say, the recipe in they pants. I'm saying the rest, not so. It says recipe. Right, we know what a recipe is. It's like an ingredients to make something. But I'm saying the rest. This is wordplay. The recipe in the pant. Will pee in their pants. Like when a chef don't know how to cook. Like, y'all know how dope that is? The recipe in their pants. Like when a chef don't know how to cook. Cool. You going out cold in your last days. But this man myth sounds like mammoth. Dylan didn't even get this line. He missed it. I asked him what I mean by that. He didn't get it. He couldn't tell me. You going out cold in your last days, but this man myth been outplayed since the Ice Age. No vice gave, but it's Tony Stark if I might cave. Right? What does that mean? That's Tony Stark. Well, we know Tony Stark. What did he do in the cave? Did he not build the Iron Man suit in the cave? Am I tripping? Am I bugging? Do I not? Is this the Mandela effect? It's Tony Stark if I might cave. Right? Like, that's fire. But it's Tony Stark if I might cave. Then I say, I like rage. I like rage, right? I'm still playing into that whole theme on myself. I like rage. I'm the evil twin. Cool. Like when you getting up into your Ike phase. Ike and Tina. Ike was a angry guy. Supposedly, I guess he was beating on Tina Turner or whatever. Like when you getting up into your Ike phase. Out of the timid ways. It's a vivid gaze. The praise they raise is meant to sway. Dismay come as a shock, but I ain't kidding play. So let's really see what I'm talking about here, right? Out of the timid, I like rage, like when you're getting up into your Ike phase, out of the timid ways. That's all pretty straightforward. You're getting up into your Ike phase, out of the timid ways. It's a vivid gaze. You can see it clear. I'm saying the praise they raise, meaning whoever you think is with you, that they're not with you. The praise they raise is meant to sway. So you can see I actually put the word dismay, right? Let's see if we can let's quick Google search. I know what dismay means, but I want y'all to see it. So it's meant to sway. Distress, typically that is caused by something unexpected. So I'm saying the praise they raise is meant to sway. Dismay, again, wordplay. Dismay, right there. See, I made the word. There's no reach, there's no force. Perfect wordplay. Dismay, cool. Typically, that is caused by something unexpected. Distress, right? So the praise they raise is meant to sway. This may come as a shock, right? This may come as a shock, but I ain't kid and play. I was gonna do a bar about kid and play, but I kind of just left it. I didn't end up doing anything with it, but I was gonna write something about that. Then I say, and this continues on to this, from the dismay line. You see me trying to do well, but getting in my path, so I'll never prevail. Uphill endeavors that I take on always will fail. If that's your plan of attack, then you better inhale. I'm saying, if that's your plan of attack, then you better hold your breath. Like, you number one, you're better in hell. That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck you. If that's your plan of attack, fuck you. That number one. And then I'm saying you better in hell. Like, hold your breath, because it'll never happen. You'll never stop me from my endeavors. Right? That's what I'm saying. All right. Let's finish it out in the bars.
I like grades. Like when you getting up into your Ike phase, out of the timid ways. It's a vivid gaze, a praise, a raise, meant to sway. This may come as a shock, but I ain't kidding play. You see me trying to do well, but getting in my past, so I'll never prevail. I feel endeavors that I take on, always will fail. If that's a plan of attack, then you're better in hell.
Yeah. So I'm a very big metaphor, entendre type writer, right? Like, a lot of my lines aren't really. A lot of my lines, you're probably going to have to think a little bit more about what I'm saying. But since I write in entendre format, you might get it right away, but there's usually something else amiss, right? So just keep that in mind when you listen to me. All right, we're back to abstract. So now we do this cool duo thing where he raps and I rap and he rap and I rap and he rap and I rap. So he says, "And hell, you can laugh at us. We getting money like we are some bachelors. I do a spell with the number gematria. Tail go back." If this is supposed to be tell. Oh, is it tell your girl back it up? I thought he said tail go back it up. Oh shit. Hey shit. Let me listen to it. Cause hold up. I thought he said Tay.
And hell, you can laugh at us. We getting money like we are some bachelors. I do a spell with the numbers gematria. Tail go back it up. She biting hard on my neck.
It is tell your girl. Yo, bro, I always thought that line was weird. I thought he was telling me to back it up, like I had ass and I was supposed to like be shaking. I was like, I never got it. I never questioned it either, because I was like, maybe he means Tay will go back him up. That's how I took it, because I was like, Tay will go back it up. What am I backing up, nigga? But then in my head, I was like, okay, he must mean like I'm gonna back him up. I'm gonna give him some support. That's what I thought he meant. Okay, good. So I'm glad he says tell your girl, not Tay will go. It sounds like Tay. But okay, we got that clear. So, in hell, you can laugh at us. We getting money like we are some bachelors. Nice simile, right? I do a spell with the numbers gematria. Now, this one I actually didn't get upon first listen. So let's see what gematria is. Find the gematria value of any word or phrase in English. Hebrew, Jewish, and simple methods. Maybe definition or meaning might be better. Kabbalistic method of interpreting the Hebrew Israelite scripture by computing the numeric value of words based on those of their constituent letters. Okay, so let's listen to it again. I do a spell with the numbers gematria. I do a spell with the numbers gematria. Okay, yeah, assign a numeric value to a name, word, or phrase by reading it as a number. So he does a spell. He's spelling out the numbers, right, based off of the numeric value. Fire. I do a spell with the number, but the double is he's saying he's doing witchcraft with this shit. Like this is some otherworldly shit. I do a spell with he'll put you under a motherfucking hex. He will have you believe in some other shit. He does spells with this. I do a spell with the numbers. Gematria. See, I almost said Tay. Tell your girl, back it up. She biting hard on my neck like it's Dracula. Right? 3 syllable. I'm spitting dumb on the track like it's Daffy Duck. And you know Taz, that's me, I'm Tay, Taz. And you know Taz the Tornado. He'll leave you spinning like a dreidel. Don't play though. These skeptics got methods. I mastered the ethics. Socrates and Aristotle will follow us. Okay? Let's hear him say it.
best plan of attack, then you better inhale.
Yeah, inhale, you can laugh at us. We getting money like we are some bachelors. I do a spell with the numbers, get mattress. Here you go, back it up. She biting hard on my neck like she Dracula. I'm spitting dumb on the track like it's Daffy Duck. And you know Taz a tornado. Believe you spinning like a dreidel. Don't play with these skeptics, got methods. I master the ethics. Socrates in there.
All right, I think his other lines are pretty straightforward. Bite hard on my neck, Dracula. We know who fucking Dracula is. Spit on the track like Daffy Duck. We get that. These are good references. I might be saying it dismissively, but I like this. You know, Taz a tornado, like Tasmanian Devil. That one might not be as known, but Tasmanian Devil spins like a tornado, so that's that. He'll leave you spinning like a dreidel. We know what a dreidel is. Well, maybe you don't. A dreidel is like a toy, I think, that Jewish kids get on whatever holiday they get it for. I don't know. Then he goes, dreidel, don't play though. These skeptics got methods. I mastered the ethics. I like that part. Socrates and Aristotle will follow us. So Socrates and Aristotle are very profound philosophers. He's saying, me and Dylan are at such a level that those niggas will follow us. We won't follow them. They'll follow us. Now, I do something that I think is pretty dope. Socrates and Aristotle will follow us. Hypocrisies, they're the wild, get swallowed up, right? So I'm rhyming off of the lines he used. Now, it may seem like obvious to do that, but he doesn't do that. It may seem obvious to do that, but he didn't do that. I don't mind, obviously, but I'm just saying, right? So Socrates and Aristotle, hypocrisies, dare to wallow, right? So I'm rhyming off of everything he just gave me. Hypocrisies, dare to wallow. I'm saying if you're a hypocrite, like, how dare you wallow in your own fucking pity? You're a hypocrite, like, how dare you, right? Hypocrisies, dare to wallow. They get swallowed up, pause if need be, but they get swallowed up by their own misfortune. But never Apollo. We know Apollo's the sun. I'm saying, but never. I'm never a son to you niggas. But never Apollo. We play spin the bottle. So I tried to give him an alley oop. You know, I thought he'd do something with that. Like, you can go anywhere from that. But never Apollo. We play spin the bottle. The bottle. The throttle. He could have said throttle, model, dottle, lotto. He could have went places with bottle. So I tried to give him an alley oop, and I wanted to be quick. That's why my verse is a little bit shorter. I wanted it to be like more back and forth, but you know, so he goes a little longer. He says, Poseidon, your writing is hardly enlightened. We kicked off this shit, the original Titans. We float like a bison, and bison a fighter. I like that. So Poseidon is Greek god. Now, I thought he was talking about me. I said, yo, is that a diss? He said, no, it's not a diss. I said, cool. Now, my smart ass, I know it's a fucking diss, nigga. I know when you diss me. But he told me it wasn't a diss. Cool. Poseidon, you're writing this hard. Like, who was he talking about? Poseidon, you're writing this hardly enlightened. That gotta be for Tay. Right? Poseidon, you're writing this hardly enlightened. We kicked off this shit. The original Titans. We float like a bison. If you don't know what a bison is, it's like a huge beast. Or at least in Avatar, bison is Appa. Appa's the bison. So we float like a bison. And bison a fighter. Now, and bison should be from Street Fighter. Now, you see, I was very intentional with keeping up his theme, right? So when I come back, the last thing he said was, and bison a fighter, right? So I continue, we Ken and Ryu. That's the one and the two. But the two and the one, like the father and son. So I'm saying me and him are like Ken and Ryu, right? We're actually twins too, so we're even closer than Ken and Ryu. But we Ken and Ryu, that's the one and the two. Ken is number one and Ryu's, oh my bad, no. Ryu's number one and Ken's number two. So this is all very important. We Ken and Ryu, that's the one and the two. Then I say, but the two and the one, I'm saying that two, that Ken, but the two is in the one position. But the two and the one, like the father and son, right? If you know anything about theology and Christian biblical teachings, they say Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit, they're all in one. So I'm saying two and one, Jesus and God, two and one, like the father and son. So now, that was my diss back to him, right? Like, we Ken and Ryu, that's the one and the two. And since I'm this, let me explain that too. Not only am I Ken because Ken is second to Ryu, but I'm Ken also because I'm the younger twin, right? So I'm technically number 2, right? He came out first. He's number 1. I came out second. I'm number 2. We can't interact you. That's the 1 and the 2. But the 2 and the 1, I'm saying I'm in that number 1 spot, like the Father and Son. Cool. My religion is none. Like N-U-N and N-O-N. My religion is none. And that's part of a pun because we worship a sister, the original one. This is crazy. Let me break this down. I'm saying I don't have a religion, but in me saying I don't have a religion, I'm saying it's part of a pun because me and Dylan believe the black woman is God, right? So we worship a sister. A sister is called a nun, guys. If you didn't know that, they called sisters nun. So we worship a sister, the original one, but the original sister is the black woman, because that's our slang. We call it, what's up, sister? Like we call black girls sister sometimes, right? Like that aren't our sister. Like, look at that fine sister. Like, we'll say it like that. So that's a crazy line, right? Man, back to back. We can you. That's the 1 and the 2. But the 2 and the 1, like the Father and the Son. My religion is none. I don't have a fucking religion. And that's part of a pun. It's part of a pun because I'm saying my religion is none. And none goes back to black women. That's why it's a pun, right? My religion is none, and that's part of a pun because we worship a sister, the original one. This is crazy. Let's play the clip.
Aristotle will follow us.
Hypocrisy scared of wild can swallow, but never Apollo. We place from the bottom.
Poseidon, you're right, and it's hardly in light. We kicked off the shit, the original Titans. We float like a bison and bison a fighter.
We can't write you, that's the 1 and the 2, but the 2 and the 1 like the Father and Son. My religion is none, and that's part of a pun because we worship a sister, the original one.
We venerate you for the generations that was past slaves. This is not a statement. I ain't making cases blatant, stolen faces, coat, Jordan Pill. They want our body indigo.
All right. He says we venerating. He finally starts to play off of some shit that I'm saying now. Like, took him long enough. Cool. We venerating for the generations. Venerating, generation. Venerating, generation. It's 3 syllable, but generate. There's some rhyme in there. We can give him that. That's nice. We venerating for the generations that was past slaves, right? Venerate means to honor and to worship. So we're venerating for the generation that was past slaves. This is not a statement. He says, I am making cases blatant, stolen faces co. So stolen faces co. This is from Avatar. There's a spirit named Co, and he's a face stealer, right? Jordan Peele. If you remember Jordan Peele in, I think it's Us, there's clones of people, right? So he's playing off of Co face stealing, being able to change their appearances. So we venerating for the generations that was past slave. This is not a statement. I am making cases blatant stolen faces. Like he's basically saying they stole our identity. Like white people stole our identity. I am making cases blatant stolen faces co. Jordan Peele, they want our body indigo. Like indigo. You know what? Let me see. I know what indigo is in terms of the metaphysicals, but let me make sure I know what he means by body indigo. Let's just see what happens. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. We'll just look up indigo. Because I think he means like indigo child. Who have experienced being raised by a narcissist. No, not that shit. Indigo child, yeah. An indigo child is spiritually gifted. This is what I was looking for. Spiritually gifted member of new generation, often describes as strong-willed, empathetic, and deeply intuitive. So he's basically saying they're trying to steal our bodies because of this right here. Because we are not because we have indigo, but we are being born very special, right? In a nutshell. Now I do something pretty cool, right? As he's coming in, or as he's ending his verse with indigo, I'm saying and to go. Right, so he says stolen faces co. Jordan Peele, they were on a body, and then I say and to go. It sounds like indigo and to go pro. And to go pro, you gotta have a point of view, a milestone to hit, so you know you grew. Right, so you'll hear it as I come in, you'll hear me say indigo.
And that's part of a punk, cause we worship our sister, the original one.
We venerating for the generations that was past slaves. This is not a statement, I ain't making cases. Blatant stolen faces, coat, Jordan Pill, they wanna buy the
Indigo Pro, you gotta have a point of view. A milestone to hit, so you know you grew. But that's it, rapping. You seen twins snapping, time to close the book like the kidnapping. Just bombing on them like Bin Laden. It's a 3-0 stone like the old man, and I soul tap.
Right, so we heard the Indigo Pro. So let's break that down. So I'm saying Indigo Pro, pro as in like successful, like Indigo, you know, make it big. I'm saying you gotta have a point of view, but GoPro, a GoPro is an actual point of view. So I'm saying Indigo Pro, you gotta have a point of view, a milestone to hit, so you know you grew, right? So I'm playing off of the fact that a GoPro lets you see yourself. Point of view, GoPro, right? But that's it, rapping. Now I'm closing out the verse. Pardon. But that's it, rapping. You seen twins snapping. Time to close the book, like the kidnapping. Like when you're putting a child to sleep, you close the book. It's time to close the book, like the kidnapping. You know, story time's over. She's knocked out. Give her a kiss on the forehead, you leave. Boom. Time to close the book, like the kidnapping. We was bombing on him like Bin Laden. It's a 3-0 skunk like the old man. My soul tat him, right? Pretty straightforward. Bombing on him like Bin Laden. 3-0 skunk. And whenever you play like football games, they'd say you got skunked, you got 30. Like the old man, right? Then I say, I soul tat him. I'm just speaking kanji. Need a bleach verse for this ichi manji. This is not supposed to be ichigo, it's supposed to be ichi manji. So if you don't know what kanji is, in Japanese, kanji is like the style form of, you know what? We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna do this right. I mean, I know what kanji is. It's you niggas who are slow. All right, characters. Yes, used in modern Japanese from Chinese. They're nearly okay, but we get it. It's like basically letters, right? Characters, letters, characters, same thing. So I'm just speaking kanji. I'm speaking a different language right now. So but I soul tat him. That's important because it plays into the bleach. I soul tat him. I'm just speaking kanji. Need a bleach verse for this. Again, this is supposed to be ichimanji. Now, bleach is white, right? I need a bleach verse. I need a white verse because I'm blacking out right now. Ichimanji. Ichimanji. Let's see what ichimanji is. Is the Zanbakuto of Ichibei Hyosobe, the leader of the royal guard, and possesses the unique ability to manipulate the true names of objects and entities, right? So, ichimanji. He uses a black... You know what? Where's the picture? He uses a black paintbrush, guys. He uses a brush, right? So that's important. You need to know this stuff. So, I soul tat him. I'm just speaking kanji. Need a bleach verse for this ichimanji. Make you black leg. All right. In the story Bleach, he made one of his opponents Black Ant. Y'all don't believe me. Y'all don't believe me. He made this nigga a black ant. Like, that's the kanji. This is the kanji for ant. Right? But why is that important to what I'm saying? Because I said, I'm just speaking kanji. Need a bleach verse for this ichimanji. Make you black. Mind you, I have ichimanji. Need a bleach verse for this ichimanji. I'll make you black leg. Now you as weak as Sanji. But I love One Piece. We can't just disrespect Sanji like that. We gotta make it make sense. Oh, I get it. You're as weak as Sanji if you fought girls while protecting Nami. That's how weak you are. Oh, and Sanji's epithet is Black Leg Sanji. This is crazy, guys. This is God, this is retarded. Make you black leg. Now you as weak as Sanji if you fought girls while protecting Nami. This is true Hami. Nami, Hami, Yami. Oh, well, let's do it like this. Kanji, Ichimanji, Sanji, Nami, Yami, right? Like Hami. The rhyme doesn't stop. 2 syllables all the way fucking down, bro. Make you black leg. Now you as weak as Sanji if you fought girls while protecting Nami. This is true Hami. I'm just like Yami. Dark Grim War over Scarlet Body. Let's finish the song, then we'll break it down.
I'm just speaking kanji. Need a bleach verse for this ichimanji. Make you black leg. Now you as weak as Sanji if you fought girls while protecting Nami. This is true Hami. I'm just like Yami. Dark Grim War over Scarlet Body. That's a hidden bar that I know we missed. I was talking about road poneglyphs, my nigga.
Alright, so that's the last part of it, right? So we got Black Leg, Sanji, Ichimanji, protecting Nami. There's not too much left. So this is true Hami. I'm just like Yami. Now I'm in my anime bag, right? All the way from right here. I soul tat him. We started talking anime right here. I soul tat him. I'm just speaking kanji. So Yami is a character from Black Clover. Okay, he uses a dark grimoire. He has darkness as his power or ability. So this is true Hami. We know what a Hami is. It's murder. I'm just like Yami. Dark grimoire, but grimoire sounds like grim war, right? Dark grimoire over scarlet body. What does that mean, right? Dark grimoire over scarlet body. Well, a scarlet body could be a dead body that has blood coming out of it. So scarlet, technically that works. But then I say, well, that's a hidden bar that I know he missed. When I say he, I'm not referring to abstract. I'm just saying whoever's listening. That's a hidden bar that I know he missed. I was talking about road poneglyphs, bro. A dark grim war over the scarlet body. Road poneglyphs are these red stones that characters in One Piece, mainly pirates, and I guess you could say the world government fight over, but mainly pirates. Right? They fight over this scarlet body, which is the poneglyph. So I'm just like Yami, dark room war over scarlet body. That's a hidden bar. So I'm recalling it. That's a hidden bar that I know he missed. I'm just talking about road poneglyphs, my nigga. Alright. So that's the breakdown, guys. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. Very dope from both of us. I think we did our thing on this song. I had fun doing this. Just for the hell of it, let's ask chat which I don't want to say which artist did what better. Let's do that. Let's see. Here's a clean unbiased breakdown of who did what. Abstract versus Tay. Who did it better? Abstract verse 1. So they gave him words, wordplay puns. Winner of verse 1, abstract. I don't know what they mean by that. Like, are they comparing his verse 1 to my verse 1? Maybe. Verse 2. Winner of verse 2, abstract. Okay, I guess. Strength, tone shifts. Tay brings a darker, more serious presence. This is true. Weakness, a few bars wander or feel less punchy. Okay. Who did it better? Tay wins his own verse section. It has more depth, more identity, and more layered meaning than the earlier abstract verse. Damn right it does. Verse 2, weakness. Some lines wander slightly through, though still creative. Winner for this section. Wait, so we both won? I don't understand. I don't know what they mean. What are his weaknesses? Sometimes bars chain together loosely, more punchy than direct. Alright, they're not doing what I wanted them to do. Yeah, they're not doing what I wanted them to do. So we'll do it like this. Let me do this. We'll take his first verse. Let me ask this. We'll say break this down from a technical standpoint. Okay, we gotta get a little bit more surgical. I know we just did this, but you know. Well, actually, so end rhyme, profession lesson, slant rhyme, double meaning rules lesson, internal message. Okay. You know, I should have just had it. Give him a score. Yeah. Because me and Dylan have been going back for quite a while on who had the better verse and why. And he's not here to defend his verse right now, but I think I gave it credit as much as mine. Let's see. Damn, it's still writing his shit. Alright, guys. We'll do it like this. Y'all let me know who had the better verse after listening to the bar breakdown. And we'll do more of this. We might bring him up here so he can break down his own verse. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about it, and we'll try and get more content like this out here. Alright, thanks for listening. Have a good day, guys.